Hi guys, okay, so in this one we're going to have a look at the equipment system that we built in a previous tutorial where we created a pickup and this attachment system that you see in the ASP character blueprint. With this one though, it doesn't really work very well with multiple weapons, so we're going to have a look at how we can equip multiple weapons and keep things really neat and organized and in our character blueprint. Okay, so the weapons that I've created, basically, these are essentially the same pickups that we created for the assault rifle in the previous tutorial. I'll just show you that real quick. So if we go to pickups, just a quick recap. So all it is when the player overlaps that box that you see in front of the pickup, it destroys the actor, plays a sound, and then casts to the ASP character blueprint, and then turns our has assault rifle variable to true. Okay, and then when we press the 1 key, it's going to allow us to go through this network, attach the weapon, set the weapon as visible, and play the sound attached. Also, what I've done is I've put these blueprints into the components tab as child actor blueprints, and they're all under the actor class. Okay, that has introduced a problem, so I'll just show you that in a second, but I just want to show you that they've gone into this actor tab here, and this is where you'll find them because I've selected them in the category of actor. Okay, so if we launch into the world, you'll notice that all of our weapons in our components tab are displaying in a minute, and that's because we haven't hidden them. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to do that real quick. So if you come over to the character tab, I'm using the ASP character, the animation starter pack character, with this prototype character that we're using. If you come over here and go to the graphs tab, the construction strip's really useful because as soon as this blueprint compiles, it will fire this off. So we want to kind of hide all of these weapons as soon as the level launches, essentially. So if I just grab the rocket launcher and just demonstrate and then get that, I'm going to need to cast to that blueprint. So I'm going to need to get the child actor first, and then I'm going to have to cast to that blueprint. So it was the rocket launcher blueprint, if I can actually type. And then straight away we're casting to it, and then we want to set the visibility or set hidden, set actor hidden in game. That's what we need. Okay, and then we want to hide it straight away. So that's basically the network. So we want to do that for each one of these weapons. So just build a long chain like that. In true Blue Peter style, I've created one earlier. So this is what it looks like. Essentially that same network just for each weapon. And I've also commented it out. So hide all weapons on blueprint compile. Okay, and every one of those is hiding. So now we'll compile that and save it and jump into a level. All those weapons have disappeared, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to finish off these pickups. So if we go over to the pickups folder, you'll notice that the grenade launcher hasn't actually got a has grenade launcher variable in the ASP character blueprint. So I'm going to do that now. And I'm not going to expect you to watch me create 4 different pickups and do the same process over and over and over again. So I'm just going to fast forward the video as I do this. So this one's going to be has shotgun first, I think. Okay, so now they're created, I've exposed them all so I can use them in my pickups. So I'm just going to set my pickups real quick and then fast forward again. So let's just demonstrate here. I'm going to get the player character, and then I'm going to cast to ASP character where my variables are stored, and then I'm going to set has grenade launcher, and I'm going to set it to true. Okay, compile it. I'm basically going to just do the same setup for each one of those pickups. I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to fast forward the video. Okay, so I've completed that system now, which sets the bool variable has grenade launcher or has rocket launcher for each one of those to true. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is an enum. Basically, an enum is something we can use in blueprints to switch between values which we provide it. So if I just come over and show you, if you go to the blueprints, wherever I got it, in here, here's my enumeration. If you want to create your own, you can just find it under blueprints and then enumeration. But if we open it up, I'll show you what it is. So basically, default is going to be nothing coming out of our switch, and then I've got a word assigned to each output on this enumeration switch that I'm going to show you in a second. And you can also move these this up and down if you want to organize your switch a little bit more. But if you want to create a new one, you can just press the new button there. Okay, so let's close that out. Okay, so we're looking at our old equipment system here, but let's make use of that enum that we just created. Okay, so I'm going to create a new variable. I'm going to call this current weapon. Okay, this is going to change as we switch our weapons around. I'm also going to change it from Boolean to our weapon enum. Okay, cool. Might as well expose it as well. Okay, so I want to create a new function, and this is going to be called equip weapon system. Okay, this is going to contain all of the attached to actors and set visibility for all the other weapons as we toggle through our weapons on our equipment system. So with this function, we need to actually do something to this and create an input for it. So I'm just going to create a new input, and then I'm going to assign it to our weapon enum, and it's created a new parameter there for us. I'm just going to call this current weapon again. And then I'm going to drag this off, and I'm going to type enum once more, and I'm going to use switch on weapon enum. And this should start to make sense to you now what's happening. So our enum that we created earlier had all those names for each weapon, and it's given us an output on this switch for our weapon enum. So each one of these is going to fire off every time the current weapon is changed, and it's going to attach the assault rifle and hide all the other weapons basically, and play a sound for us. Okay, so how are we going to get our new function equip weapon system to fire off? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the same method we used before. This is quite a simple equipment system. And I'm just going to type the number 1 and create an input for 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4. Okay, now for each of these, it's going to equip our weapon. So only when it's true, only when we've actually picked up that weapon and has assault rifle is true, are we going to allow this to fire off our equip weapon system. So if we type equip weapon system in now and set this current weapon, I want this one to be assault rifle, and kind of follow the same method for the others, and I'm just going to skip the video ahead a second. Okay, so I've created an action event for our equip weapon system for each of these weapons and assigned the current weapon to shotgun. Now this is this current weapon here is kind of forcing this switch on weapon system to fire off. So if we press 1, it's going to fire off the assault rifle, 2, shotgun, grenade launcher, and so on. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is attach the weapons off the back of this. So to do that, we need to make use of the other part of our old equipment system, and that's the attach to and the set actor hidden in game and the play sound as well. We're also going to need to set the other weapons as invisible, depending on which one is selected. Okay, so let's do that in our equip weapon system now. Let's just grab this first, just to save us a little bit of time. So I'm going to cut that and then paste it in. And this one's going to be our assault rifle course, so let's do that. Let's just move it up here because we're going to have quite a few of these. Okay, so going to need to have a little bit of space in here for our visibility. Also, that's not going to work just yet because we need to cast to that assault rifle blueprint. Let's do that now by holding the control button. And remember, we need to get the child actor before we can cast to it. So I'm going to cast to assault rifle blueprint. And this is actually going to hold the weapon. It's not our pickup, it's another one that I've created. It's just a simple skeletal mesh in this blueprint. We want to set the visibility of this. So now we can expose that hidden in-game function inside that blueprint, and we're going to show this one, so I'm going to leave that unchecked. Okay, so for the next ones, then we want to do the same thing, but for the other weapons. Okay, so we don't want to see the grenade launcher or this, that, and the other. We're also going to need to create another cast system for the grenade launcher, another cast system for the shotgun, and another cast system for the rocket launcher. Okay, now this can get a little bit tedious because it's the same process over and over. So I might just fast forward the video here because you've already got this system already sorted out. Okay, so nice and neat then, I've created a hidden system for each one of the other weapons by casting to their blueprint. Okay, so I want to hook all these up, so I'm just going to take the output out of all of these and just chain link them together. Okay, and then I'm going to go straight into our play sound attached. You'll notice that I'm showing the first one on the top, and that's the assault rifle, but I'm going to go ahead and copy this system for each one of these 4 weapons that we have. So I'm going to copy this 4 times. Okay, so here's the sort of semi-finished equipment system. I do have an audio thing that I need to debug, but just to show you, I've commented them up, and I've reordered these cast to actors in the same order that my enum is set up. So it just makes it a little bit more easy, a little bit simpler whilst I go in and toggle the visibility of these as I need them. So you can see the shotgun one here is set to visible, and the grenade launcher there is set to visible as well. Okay, so we're about ready to test this then, so let's just save it and then jump in the game. Okay, so let's go over and get the shotgun. Let's get all the weapons. Okay, so if I press 1, I've got the assault rifle, 2 shotgun, 3 grenade launcher, and 4 rocket launcher. Okay, I do have a problem with this that I need to debug, so if I press the 1 key repeatedly, it's going to allow me to mash that weapon regardless of what weapon I've currently got in hand, and obviously that's not good, so we're going to need to debug that. So if you come back over to the ASP character, there's a couple of ways you can do this, but what I've started to do here is I've created a variable for each weapon again, but this time instead of has grenade launcher, meaning that I've picked it up, I'm creating one which just says equipped, so assault rifle equipped, and I'm setting that value to true after this play sound attached has worked. Now I'm also going to need to set all the others on this branch to false. So if I hold the Alt key down and drag off the shotgun, and again the grenade launcher and the rocket launcher, and I hook all these up. There is probably a better way to do this, but I'm probably going to want to use these variables at some point in other blueprints, so I'm doing it this way. And I'm going to whiz the video on, but basically what I'm going to do is for the other weapons on this chain, I'm going to set to false. So shotgun for the shotgun branch is going to be true, and the rest are going to be false. Okay, so now I've done that, I can come in here and break this section off here and create a branch and use that has assault rifle boolean to say only if it's false will it allow it through, and because I'm setting it to true after this, it's not going to allow anything to come through here. So that's the way I'm doing this. Again, I'm just going to forward on the video because I don't want to waste you guys' time. Okay, so I've put those branches in and I've commented them out. So if we just save this now and come into our game, we should see that it's fixed. Okay, those are the pickup sounds. Okay, I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm mashing my keys and it's not playing unless I'm switching to another weapon. Okay, awesome. So that concludes the video really. In the next one we're going to be shooting some bullets at these targets here and replaying some sounds based on the physical material properties. Okay, if you like the tutorial, hit the like button and stay subscribed for future tutorials, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.